Anthony C. Ferrante, who is absolutely world famous for directing and creating all six Sharknado movies, is back with a brand new shark film, to be original, called Great White Waters. This is obviously it is released from the asylum, so we got a very low budget and we got a cheesy ass flick here. Although for a cheesy ass flick and from Anthony C. Ferranti coming off Sharknado, which I don't know if that's his last like Sharknado 6 being his last film, but regardless, this film does take itself quite seriously. For all that being said, plot wise, anyway. Basically, I just finished reviewing Fear Below recently, and basically it's about a bunch of guys losing their gold. In this one, it is about this crime lord, big criminal guy who he ships in matcha tea from I don't know where. He brings in crates of quote unquote matcha tea, which obviously they're filled with cocaine in between the tea, and the dialogue is really silly. But again, this film like it doesn't it does it's not supposed to be goofy or anything like that. At least I don't think they purposely. It's not like a Sharknado vibe to it. It just feels like a really corny B movie, basically. And this is one of the best B movies that I've seen in a while, especially when it comes to shark films. The sharks look cheesy as hell. I mean, don't get me wrong, everything is CGI times 10. It's a CGI fest, no doubt. And I wish there was more sharks. That's one of the big complaints I have with this film. Whereas Fear Below, the what they were going with the story outside of the sharks worked. With this one, it's kind of just you need a little bit more shark action going on. So, but basically, they go off on this boat. It's the same kind of deal. They're getting people to go look for the gold and basically forcing the lower class people in this criminal organization thing to go get the cocaine that was lost. I think I said gold. My apologies. The cocaine that was lost within these matcha tea jars things. And there is this woman who she can't really say why she comes in because I mean I will because it's a Tubi film. So I mean if you're watching this, I assume you watched this film already, being that it's free on Tubi. But she's a DEA officer basically, and she's kind of trying to secretly investigate this, and then she ends up finding one of the jars, and she lost her husband about 5 years prior or something like that, and her husband was also a DEA officer, and he died on the job, and she basically is this close to bringing these guys down, these drug lords, because of finding the cocaine, and she knows where the boat is, and they take her hostage and force her to get the cocaine, unknowing that she's a DEA officer. So that's where she kind of goes undercover. But and then you just get a bunch of shark action where you have CGI sharks chomping away on everybody. But again, this film mostly concentrates on its drug retrieving story a lot more than the shark the shark horror. So that's my only complaint. That's my biggest gripe on the film, is that they should have dove harder with the, no pun intended, with the shark stuff. But the dialogue is absolutely hilarious. The characters are good. They're funny. Like they're over the top, especially the villain. Like the big boss criminal. Like he's so over the top with his humor, and is just his like it's just his demeanor. Like it's so fun to see. Like this is just a fun B movie, and I love B movies, man. Like B movies have their time and their place, and this is one of the good ones. And you need like a turn your brain off film like this every once in a while to not take seriously, just to have fun with. And if the Sharknado films were too goofy and too over the top, which they are, this one definitely doesn't throw the stupid in your face as much as those films do. But it's still you know it's not out to win any awards, and it's not trying to be super serious and super, unique with its storytelling or anything. It's just there to deliver. It's not too long. It's only an hour and a half, and I mean it's free on Tubi, so, and a Tubi original. So the characters are fun. The characters are memorable. I can say most of them anyway, and they're just fun. This is just a fun film. To eat popcorn and make fun of with your friends, and have some beers if that's your thing, or take some tokes if that's your thing. It's just that kind of film, so it's all right. I did like Fear Below better, obviously, but I mean, for an Anthony C. Ferrante film, I've seen worse. He knows what he likes to do. He knows his craft. So, with that being said, if it sounds up your alley, it's on Tubi right now. Hopefully, you've seen it already though, and you can let me know your thoughts. But other than that, that's all I really got on Great White Waters. So subscribe to Morgan Film Fan if you'd like to listen to my voice or if you like my film reviews. I'll be back with more soon, so stay tuned for those. Check out what's on the channel already. Stay tuned for what's coming. Until next review, have a good one. Take care and cheers.